Now, Kansas Senator Roger Marshall. Senator, great to see you. With Pete Hegseth, his vote on deck, is it a sure thing?
Well, a sure thing, Dagan. I can't guarantee that, but I'm sure optimistic. He's on second base right now. He passed the procedural vote with one vote to spare, so I'm very optimistic. And I just want to emphasize why this is important. President Trump is issuing all these executive orders. We need these nominees then get in there to do the job and execute those orders. So we need Pete to jump in there. He's going to do a great job recruiting, a great job with the morale, and just rewarding people for their merit as opposed to anything else. So I'm very optimistic.
Senator, can I press you a little bit? I mean, this is such a big vote on Pete happening tonight. What's going on in the background? You've got a few people who are wobbly, have concerns. Apparently, he's lost two so far. There are a lot of folks there, including yourself, I think, who believe in this nomination and understand the importance of it. What are you doing to make this happen? What are people doing to make this happen?
Well, first of all, it's interesting. Not one Democrat will support him, which was just beyond the pale. They've resorted to character assassination, as you all know, from mostly anonymous sources. We do have two Republicans that have voted against him, and I expect them to do the same. Look, they have their own votes. They're probably, in one case from a more of a moderate state, and I respect where they're coming from. But regardless, I think that once we get Pete across the finish line, Kristi Noem is on deck. She's going to step up. I expect her to get across pretty easily. As you mentioned, Sean Duffy is there in the whole waiting as well. So I think we're in good shape. And really, it's a quiet night up here and just ready to get the vote over with.
Senator, we have more confirmation hearings that start next week, beginning on Wednesday. RFK Jr. will be one of those facing the fire, so to speak. But how long is it going to take with all the holdups, with the Democrats throwing everything at these nominees possible to make sure that President Trump doesn't have his cabinet in place? Do you think that you will have to resort to recess appointments?
I'm not there yet. I think we're willing to stay here and punish the Democrats. The good news is we had them kicking and screaming, so we're over the target. We're all committed to staying here this weekend. They can try to slow things down, and as long as they keep jamming us, we're just going to stay up here and keep working away. I don't think we'll have to get to those recess appointments, but if necessary, we will. I'm really optimistic if we just keep plugging away here, we're going to get them all across the finish line.
RFK Jr. is the huge one next week in terms of controversy, question. How do you see that playing out? What do you expect?
Yeah, I'm excited. I talked to Bobby today. Look, he has an army of people behind him. I mean, just a groundswell of people out there. 77 million of those people voted for President Trump, and one of the reasons was because of Bobby Kennedy Jr. And we need to mobilize all those people that support Bobby, and they need to be emailing and calling those senators next week when he's up for nomination. I think that the American public is going to carry Bobby through that nomination process. He's brilliant. He's going to do a great job, all those things. And I think when people just listen to his heart, that he loves this country, that he wants to make America healthy again, and he knows how to do it. So I expect that groundswell of support to get him over the finish line.
Senator, watching Pete Hegseth, and he was a former colleague of ours, that was a masterclass. Just wait until those Democrats have to try to go toe-to-toe with Bobby Kennedy. He is very light on his feet, and he is brilliant. So, Senator Roger Marshall, thank you so much for being here. We hope to see you again very soon.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good night.